See, I all come from multiple places to play ball. It's a wonderful thing. Basketball will take you around the world. It really will.
Yeah, it will.
I commend you guys for coming somewhere to a small town that's different from everywhere. All you guys are from other places. Commend you for coming somewhere and being dedicated to come and play ball and to work on getting your education. So first and foremost thing is always, always, always work to get your paper. And that goes both ways, educationally and financially. It goes both ways, okay? And you guys got to play here this next week?
Yeah.
Okay. A bunch of y'all probably know my stepson. Y'all know Christoph?
Christoph?
Yeah.
Seminole State?
Yeah.
Yeah, I know.
That's my boy. That's Christoph. That's my stepson. Right? You know what I'm saying. But anyway.
He was Seminole State. He was doing the field. He redshirted this year.
Yeah, he redshirted this year. You know, put on about 20, 25 pounds of straight pimping muscle.
He big.
See, we used to tell him you need to put that weight on, but sometimes when people speak to you from an elderly's perspective, we don't want to hear that until you get in the hustle and you get in the grind. And when you get in that grind and people start laying on you, and you realize, damn, instead of putting 25 pounds on, I wish I could put 50 pounds on. You know what I'm saying? You guys are playing against some big-time ball players. Jay's takes you guys to a lot of different places to play. They play against a lot of different players. That weight really, really helps. Mr. Traves wanted me to talk to you guys about correlation between being a ball player and being an official, okay? And I wanna give you guys some information. All you guys have one of these books that y'all study from? Y'all keep notes from? It's a composition book. You know?
Guess what, Brian?
You guys, let me ask you guys this. You guys ever thought about keeping a journal of your athletic events?
No.
Your athletic quest?
See, and here's what's beautiful about, this is serious stuff, this is why I love my Lord, that's why I love him. You know what's beautiful is I went out and bought these before I knew what Brian was gonna talk about, and I didn't even know he had one. You see how it comes together? I didn't even know. I went out and bought these for this class. I'm telling you, man, they're I love it. I love it. When everybody's on the same page, it's a beautiful thing.
I'm gonna tell you guys something about me. I'm a kid from Stillwater, Oklahoma. Y'all been to Stillwater? See, when y'all go to Stillwater now, Stillwater's a big town. When I was a kid, we rode bicycles from one end of town to the other end in about 30 minutes. It didn't take long at all. I lived 6 blocks from campus. I grew up riding my bike up the street on 12th and Hester to get to campus, okay? Basketball has taken me a lot of places, man. It's been real good to me. It's been real good to me. And you guys have that same great opportunity. But the only thing you gotta realize about me is I grew up in Mount Zion Baptist Church. My father was a deacon there. My father was in the pulpit for 38 years. 68 years old when he passed from cancer, okay? When we talk about faith, when we talk about grace, when we talk about mercy, it's not just a statement. It's real life, and it applies in basketball, and it applies in our personal lives. I asked you about a journal, so you guys can have memories of your journey. From this day forward, think about your journey, because one day, believe me, you're going to be 52 years old. Okay? And they're going to ask you to speak to a group of kids, or young men, or young women, or I'm 52 and I got an 8-year-old. Okay? All this shit is still working. Don't believe commercials, okay? Okay. So the reason I tell y'all that is this. March 28, 2015, I'm in Dallas, Texas, sitting in a restaurant. Okay? Boom. My daughter, my little princess, calling me. She says, Daddy, she's crying. Daddy, we've been in an accident in Kingston. It's hurt real bad. My son is 5 years old. See, my son is my legacy. He's the one that carries on my name. Okay? So when you get that call, all you can do is panic and try to get home. So as I'm driving home, I'm flying down the highway. I don't care if I get a ticket, whatever. You only pray to my father, which I had just lost 16 months prior to. Buried my father December 5th. My father passed December 5th, 2014. Sorry, 2013. Year earlier, okay? So you just pray. You guys ever heard about praying that someone would stand in the doorway? You guys heard that? So my prayer was this. My father was a basketball player too. And my son is a player. I know you want to play basketball with me because we love this game. We can play football, we can play basketball. I'm a well put together man. I'm 6 foot. I played collegiate basketball at 180 pounds. And I can bang. Okay? You just pray that your father stands in the doorway so that your son stays here. Pop, stand in the doorway till I get there. And I will take your place. Just don't take my son. And when I tell you that story, when I get here, the neurosurgeon says to me, we don't know if he's going to make it through the night. Now I have an ex that was in the car, one car rollover. What do you think my emotions were towards her? They can be very violent, or they can be very calm, right? I have my daughter that's running down the hallway to see me that was not hurt. My daughter's the one that got out of the car, called 911 and called me and everybody. See where I'm coming from? And my ex had a grandbaby in the front seat. Car rolls over. 2003 GMC Yukon is laying on top of her. They pick the car up off of her. My daughter runs and grabs her. Not one broken bone. Has a scar in her face. So when I talk to you about faith, grace, and mercy, I talk about my experience of the Lord sending the angels to carry my children and keep them safe. My son, 17 days later, he was in critical care. They didn't know if he was going to make it, and to this day, he's playing basketball. Something he loves to do. So the reason I tell you guys that story is that basketball is just a mere fraction of your life. And you don't understand that journey because we think we're always going to remember something. Anybody in here got members that have Alzheimer's? Family members? Or have been sick? And they don't remember. I'm the oldest grandchild, and my grandmother doesn't remember. But I remember going to her house with no air conditioner, jumping off roofs and all that stuff. But she does not know who I am. So the reason I talk to you about that is so that you guys can have strong memories. Okay? Now, I say all that to say this. All you guys have Bibles? How many of you guys pack a Bible in your bag with you? Yeah. On the phone? Okay. I'm going to give you guys something to read and to think about. So what I want to talk to you is something that I classify that I've heard is called B.Y.O.B. What's B.Y.O.B. mean to you guys? Brokefoot, what's B.Y.O.B. mean?
Basketball.
Okay. What's it mean to you? B.Y.O.B. Okay. What does it mean to you?
Bring your own basketball.
Okay. What does it mean to you? See, when I was your age, it was bring your own beer. You know what I'm saying? Bring your own beer. Right? Mm-hmm. But now I'm going to give you guys a different look on it. I'm going to give you guys an anonym, that same anonym, B.Y.O.B. Bring your own breakthrough. Okay? I'm going to read you a Bible verse and you're going to understand more of what I'm telling you. Okay? Because as people, when we live our lives, we have a lot of excuses. Okay? In the book of John, in chapter 5, it talks about Jesus healing the lame. Okay? Verse 3. Crowds of sick people, blind, lame, or paralyzed, lay on the porches. Y'all heard that before? People sick, lame. Jesus comes to a town. Everybody knows he's Messiah. Everybody wants to be healed. There is no verse 4. Okay? We go straight to verse 5. It says, one of the men lying there had been sick for 38 years. Man with a bad foot. When Jesus saw him, he knew he had been ill for a long time. He asked him, would you like to get well? Would you want to play with your brothers on Tuesday night?
Yes, sir.
Okay. When we say, would you like to get well, what is a natural response from people? Yes. Okay. If you've been hurt for 38 years, what's your response going to be? I want to get well. But what's happened is this. After 38 years, you've been lame. What's happened to you from all your peers and people you don't know? People forget about you. People talk about you, right? People beat you down, don't they? So now you as an individual, instead of standing tall,
You have a negative vibe.
you have a negative vibe. That's a good word for it right there. What this man says to him is this: I can't, sir, the sick man said, for I have no one to put me into the pool where the water bubbles. Someone else always gets there ahead of me. That happens in athletics, doesn't it? Why did he get the opportunity and I didn't? And that's why I say bring your own breakthrough. Okay? Because we can always, always, always put it on someone else. But what we have to do is, as young men, we talk about our own consequences, our own choices, and our own breakthrough. So when we say someone got away with a foul, as a matter of fact, did you guys see the Auburn game the other night?
Yeah.
Auburn played, who did Auburn play the other night? Who did Auburn play in the NCAA tournament?
It's just one time.
Check this out. How many times have you guys ever done this? We're playing ball, I foul you. You're a 60% free throw shooter. You go to the line, you're 85% free throw shooter. You step up there.
Oh, I know exactly what you're talking
Okay.
about.
You ready to go, right? So then the referee goes, that ain't the kid that got fouled,
Yeah.
right? Am I right or wrong? Or somebody on the other team says, well, you know you didn't get fouled, he got fouled. How many times that happens? Happens all the time, right?
Yeah.
Well, these officials didn't catch it,
Yeah.
okay? 85% of the guy goes to the free throw line, makes 2 free throws, puts Auburn up 1, right? Who do they blame?
The rest.
Refs. My perspective is this: as a player, who's a captain? You know what I'm saying?
Catch this one.
Who's a captain? So now we put all the blame on the referees. You got 15 players, you got 3 or 4 coaches, and all that. And nobody says anything about us sending the wrong free throw shooter to the line.
Yeah.
And we have review. Nobody questioned the kid going to the line to shoot. See where I'm coming from? So now, who's got to accept responsibility for that mistake made? Do we go to these 2 guys and say they cheated?
Everybody has.
That's what I say. Well, you cheated. That's what I would say. Because I'm not going to accept the blame. Right?
Everybody had a part of it.
Everybody had a part in
They just watch you
it.
out.
They just watched it happen.
They knew it.
So now when we back up a step, when this man says, I don't have anybody to put me in the water, people always beat me there. See what I'm saying? So in that situation, somebody could have said, hey, Mr. Referee, can y'all check the monitor, make sure we got the right shooter? Anybody could have said that. And under 2 minutes, what do?
Review.
They review everything.
Even love.
They review everything. I watched Michigan State get beat today. See that play with 7.2 seconds left?
Yeah.
I watched Michigan State got beat. So, we can actually ask for that. So what I'm getting at is that when it's all said and done, yeah, the referee has some blame. Absolutely. That's his job, that's his profession, okay? That's what he's there for. But as a nucleus, as an individual, we didn't know he got fouled and they sent him? As a group of guys that's out there playing basketball, you got all the guys on the bench and you got 5 guys out there on the floor, nobody knew. So now I talk about accepting responsibilities for what we do and what we have going on in our personal lives and in our basketball lives, okay? You guys have come a long ways to play basketball and get your education. Accept whatever's going on and deal with it, okay? One other scenario, you play guard?
No.
You don't play guard, you play guard? Come here.
Uh-oh.
I need you to play defense for me.
You don't.
You don't play
He
defense.
doesn't
Play
play that.
defense.
Well, I'm gonna give y'all a scenario. Boom, I hit him with one.
Fall.
And I get my shoulder, stay right there. I get my head and shoulders by, okay? As a player, what have I done?
Beat you in the first step.
Okay? Is my work finished as a player?
No.
Because you have to look at the next moves that come
Or has it just begun?
Just doing it.
Same thing with officiating. See where I'm coming from? It just begun, because this guy's gonna turn, and he's gonna play defense, okay? He gonna play defense. Now, if he's smart, he gonna put his hand up, he gonna put his hand on my hip, right here. Because if he does it this way, that's an instant, isn't it? But if he puts it here, y'all probably don't know that trick, do you? Okay.
Now we don't have to do it. Now we have to do it. Now we have to do it.
Because of this, watch this. When I'm dribbling, if he slips his hand through here,
Give me that head.
see what I'm saying? Now, if he pushes, he puts his hand on me. Now, if I do this, what have I done? I fouled. You know what I'm saying? Okay, I'm old school. Y'all gotta know how to do that. So, all I'm saying is that when we're going, when we're playing, when we think some people think I'm finished when I get by him. But our work has really just begun. That's where you guys are. You get ready to go play. Work is just beginning. Just because it's the end of the season doesn't mean it's over.
Yes, sir.
Because you can be just like Virginia.
I was so. My bracket is complete.
Exactly.
So I had to win it.
Virginia was, I picked Kentucky to win.
Oh. My boys don't get it.
So I don't know. But Virginia was the top seed.
Yes.
Yeah.
And they got beat, UMBC.
UMBC.
They point guards like, I think my 8-year-old's bigger than him. But he gave him no business.
Cool as a-
Y'all know what I'm talking about? Miami Beach or something, way down, they're the 60.
Birmingham.
There you go, they're the
Birmingham,
65th
Alabama.
team to get in the tournament.
Yeah.
And they beat them, they bumped Virginia
They about to win today too.
by 20. Not by 2, not on the last thing, it's not by 20. You know what I'm saying? If I give him 20, I'm gonna talk to him. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna talk to him. And he gonna take it, because I'm giving it to him.
UNC just lost by 20.
Who did North Carolina? To who?
Man, them. I was pissed. I'm still mad.
Let's go, baby. Yeah. So guys, what I'm saying to you is when I say bring your own breakthrough, okay? B.Y.O.B, bring your own breakthrough, okay? Your work is just beginning. Young men, y'all young, from all different parts. Y'all know about each other's families? You know anything personal about each other?
Yeah.
Okay. So if something happens to you, who is he gonna call? Yeah, him. Who he gonna call?
I know Lang gonna call my mama.
Okay.
I don't know.
Where's it coming from? So what if you two are out here standing around and you fall over, but he ain't there? Where's Coach at? Y'all see where I'm coming from?
Yep.
You guys been partners. Y'all been ride or die since what? August, September? August. Y'all been together September, October, November, December, January, February, 7 months?
I don't like none.
Where you from?
Kansas. DT
You're
was
from
actually
Kansas.
the first one I ever talked
How
to.
many of y'all been know where Kansas is at?
Well, we've been there a couple times.
I've been there too much times.
I knew him. I became real familiar.
Y'all kind of grew up together? Really? Okay. But you see, y'all see where I'm coming from? Where you from?
England.
England. Damn. See now, to clarify to y'all, that's where I want to go. Okay?
Just saying.
I want to go to England. First of all, I want to go to England, not because I want to see the countryside, because I hear they got some pretty women over there. Hey! Okay? That's why I want to go to England.
Yes, sir.
Tell me where you from, England again? Where?
Finland.
Finland. They got pretty women over there?
Like blonde, blue eyes.
That's a what? That's a goal. You tripping. That's a goal. Now you know they got some beautiful women out there.
Yeah, I've been to San Juan, Puerto Rico a couple times. I got sunburned. I was hanging out too much. I was chilling too much. You see where I'm coming from? You from New York?
But no, I wasn't born there. I was raised there.
Yeah.
I was born in Jamaica.
So I have several clients from Jersey. See, as I stand in front of you guys today, what do y'all think I do as a profession?
Travel.
I travel a little bit.
Dallas.
Huh?
Dallas.
No, I go to Dallas every now and then. Yeah. I enjoy Dallas. I like Mansfield, Red Prairie, South Dallas.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I like that area down there.
Dallas.
I like DeSoto.
Okay.
My sister's on the school board at Fort Worth.
Oh, I'm happy you ain't sitting with Andre here.
Okay. This past November, I was in San Diego, California.
That's what I'm trying to do.
I went to San Diego to arrest a brother while he was on his job.
Oh, you one of them bounty hunters.
Yeah.
You one of them bounty hunters.
I bounty hunt, bail hunt full time.
Watch it back.
Like let's say you arrested and then
You don't go to
pay
court.
a warrant, you don't want to go to court,
Yeah.
you don't pay that. Those are the people that come after you.
You never seen the movie?
You never seen the shows, bro?
Yeah, I
Like,
think
No, the movie's the best
I don't
movie.
Bro, the bounty
Bounty
hunter movie
Shows.
was
I don't
no,
watch
boy.
That ain't real. See, I go in a
the
situation,
shows.
when I go in a situation, oh, how big are you? Stand up.
He said he watches from here
Yes,
to here.
See, when I go get him, he don't want to go to jail.
Vest and all.
Don't touch on your tongue.
Vest, you
See, y'all gotta understand something. It ain't about what he wants. It's about what reality is getting ready to happen. You see where I'm coming from? He's going to jail. One way or another. It can be the nice way, or it can be the hard way. Because if you think I won't tase his big ass, I will.
Straight up.
Have you ever asked
You see where I'm coming from?
Yeah.
Have you ever asked to take someone?
Yeah, yeah. See, what we gotta realize is, we all young men. Men are chicken shit.
know what?
Chicken shit.
Chicken shit.
I have my own perception.
Men will hide behind their children to stay on the streets. I had a guy put his children in the shower, close the curtain while he hid under the bed with his kids in the house. Now, again,
Chicken shit.
bring your own breakthrough. Because you gotta realize this, his children did not ask to be in that situation.
Not at all.
He put them in that situation. He did. He didn't go to court. He didn't check with his parole officer. He didn't check with his district attorney or his attorney. Not me. Not his son. So now, with remembering that, I'm gonna tell you about his legacy and what happens to his legacy.
Chicken a runner.
Exactly. Let me tell you something. 7.5, 8 out of 10 young men out here will not face the responsibilities they will run. Women are more responsible than men are.
That is straight facts.
Straight facts. Straight facts. So now, as you guys grow up, when you start doing this, you know what I'm saying? And you have that beautiful day when your son or daughter is born or you get married. You know what I'm saying? See, let me tell you something. I'm a divorced man, but marriage is a beautiful institution. Because you got somebody to share this life with.
Right.
I dig it.
Now, I'll tell you what, you be out here by yourself at 70,
So what I plan on doing.
have all the money in the world, and don't have a pot to piss in for emotions.
Not me. I'm getting there. All
Y'all feel me?
Except Sean.
Y'all feel me? Don't be distracted by the hoopla. Right? Because that's the reality right there. Y'all see a lot of brothers out here, they looking real cool, driving a bunch of cars. It means absolutely nothing. You gotta have a legacy of somebody to leave it to. Because when I die, the 11 cars I own today mean absolutely nothing.
Pause. What'd you say?
11, 64 Impala SS, 2001 Lexus, 2003 Lexus, BMW, 2001 BMW, 2008 Volkswagen, 2010 Ford Fusion, 2008 Ford Expedition, 2010 Nissan Titan pickup, 2002 Chevy pickup, Chevy S10 four-door pickup. Those are the ones that are running.
He said running.
Those are
The ones that don't
running.
work yet.
Yeah.
said, I got a Prius.
So now,
Did you give Chris
but listen. My legacy is going to reap the benefits of mine. My legacy reaps the benefits. My daughter and my son reap the benefits. Not me. It ain't about me. It's about them having a positive future. I work hard to plant the seed for them and their success. As I said to you before, I'll stand in the doorway until I can get there. And I would rather you take me than you take my son. Now, as you guys think about it, how many of y'all's mama would do that? Exactly. Now, how many of y'all dad would do that for you? Half the room. You go from full room to half the room. So the breakthrough comes from you. You see where I'm coming from? That young child that you have, that is the real deal right there. Okay? It ain't all about Jordans. My son told me he wants some Jordans. Y'all know what I told him? Not just no. To the dog. How am I gonna buy an 8-year-old $160 pair of shoes? And I got some $80 Huaraches on. How am I gonna do that?
Hey,
I'm straight with the ice. What? Let me stop.
Y'all see where I'm coming from?
No, I'm on with the
So, and I know, but check this out. My son went from a 2 to a 4 in shoes. So them $3 Air Jordans you buy him or whatever, what if that's the size you got him sitting in the closet? Y'all see where I'm coming from? So that's the, yeah, your feet gonna hurt a minute. You gonna wear these. So that's what I'm talking about. And everything we talk about, when we talk about bring your own breakthrough, is about life circumstances. Life. I was lucky. My father lived in the household with me. He made me do stuff I didn't want to do. Right? He made me do stuff I didn't want to do, but I am a better man today because of it. See, my father was like Shaft in my town. My father was Shaft. My father, when I tried to get in trouble, they told me to take my ass home because they didn't want to deal with him. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't about me, it was about him. He trickled that down to me so that I'm kicking that down to my legacy.
Right.
And my father's gone. The only thing he has left here on this earth is what his legacy is, which is me, my brother, and my sister. See where I'm coming from? Not saying I'm perfect. By no means am I perfect. But it's life. And you guys have a great opportunity. Basketball gives you great opportunities. Don't let the opportunity dwindle away without taking advantage of it. And explore your breakthrough. Your breakthrough may not be basketball. Your breakthrough may be something completely different. But just explore it and enjoy the journey. From Kansas to Finland, Hudson City, you know what I'm saying? Enjoy it. Dallas, Texas, everybody say, I'm from Dallas. Where you from in Dallas? Dallas is a big place. You know what I'm saying? You might be from Mesquite. You see where I'm coming from? You might be from Garland, you might be.
Hey, that's where he
You
from.
might be from Frisco, you might be from.
Greedy G.
You know what I'm saying? You know, you might be from DeSoto. I watched a kid from DeSoto. I can't believe Kentucky got beat by 20, but anyway.
Cool. Oh, UNC.
The Greedy
I'm just
G.
playing.
I was about to say, hold on.
But y'all see where I'm coming from?
The Greedy
That's
G
the
represent
thing.
Texas Tech. What's good?
That's the thing.
Zaire Smith.
So enjoy the journey and do your thing. You guys start a journal. Not just for me, just for you. One day your son is gonna grow up and you might have 50 of those journals sitting around. And he'll find the one page of how excited you were when he was born. Am I right or wrong, Wayne?
100% correct. It's real talk.
And he'll find the page when your daughter was born and you didn't do anything but cry. Because all you want to do is protect her from people like you.
That's right. That's right.
Y'all know what I'm talking about, don't you? Exactly. Look at Dallas over there. He's like, oh man, that kind of hits home, don't it?
Nah.
Y'all start thinking about stuff. Y'all start thinking about how many young ladies y'all see out here moving around.
Moving in Reno?
When y'all traveling, y'all.
Oh, but let's say Reno says he go.
Let me tell you something. There's some women in El Reno.
Or some what?
There's some women in El Reno.
Word.
They hide.
So you got the right kind of honey to draw them out, baby. You see what I'm saying?
What kind of honey you got? How big is that? Honey,
But y'all think about that when your daughter's born. Y'all think about that. I'm gonna tell y'all a realization for me. I got divorced, and I said, man, my ex is crazy. She's crazy. Y'all know who brought me back to reality? That fool over there. He said she went crazy when he was fucking with her. Right or wrong? Right or wrong? That's real talk, right? She wasn't crazy when you was talking to her and you was all into it, you was in love with her. Oh, she bad, you know what I'm saying? And doing all that, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
But
Same
you're
person.
like, dang, you know when it falls apart, like, damn, she crazy. She wasn't that crazy, unless you made her crazy. Reality, right? He said, oh. Yeah, see what coming from? Yeah. Create your own breakthrough. Bring your own breakthrough every day.
Right.
Okay? Y'all got anything for me? Any questions for me? I've taken up way too much of y'all's time.
That's good. Straight.
I keep it real. That's why Christoph keeps it real. Me and Christoph have bumped heads. Ask Christoph about his stepdad. I'm a real brother.
Yeah.
He's real.
Kill it back in.
I know.
That's all I'm gonna say.
We all keep it real. Sometimes we don't want to face that reality, man.
That's right.
Somebody talking to you, getting in your chest. How tall are you? I don't care how big you are. I don't care.
Jesus
I'm scared. I'm scared.
I don't care. I chop you down like a tree, dog. You see where I'm coming from? But if you got a dad or uncle or somebody that you respect, it's real talk, right? It'll make your heart flutter because he cares about you. It ain't that he's abusive, it's because he cares about you. I kiss my son every day. You know how many young men go to college and ain't never been kissed by a man? And when I say I kiss him, I don't kiss him on the lips. You know what I'm saying? That's just key. Doesn't mean 100. Kiss my son on his forehead. You know what I'm saying?
Right. That's right.
Because I love him. He's
Every day.
important to me. He creates my emotional rock, just like his sister does. But when I get on him and I spank him, he don't run to his mama. He comes to his daddy, because he knows daddy loves him. Catch your boy throwing rocks and break a window. He's like, damn, break that window. You know? Or when your son says something. When your son says something, you dealing with your son and your son's like, this is some bullshit. What you gonna do?
What the hell?
Hold that thought right there. Hold that thought right there. Where'd he learn it? Where'd he get it from?
Depends.
It depends. They be watching TV.
Okay.
Like me.
So if your son has gone that far and you didn't stop him, that's on you.
Yeah, right.
But if your son does something like that, that's on me. Because he got that from me. He's heard me say that. He's seen me react that way.
Oh,
You know what I'm saying? You see what I'm saying? So now I got to correct that without speaking to him. I got to correct that. I got to do that corrective maneuver with him by talking to him. You know why? Because I don't want him to say it to his mama, because she gonna say, got that from your daddy. Right? And now I'm in harm, now I'm back, you know, and he's in harm's way.
Yeah.
So I gotta correct that. I gotta set that responsibility. My fixing it is not by hitting him in the mouth. My fixing it is being emotionally stable so I can correct that bad behavior. Don't be upset when somebody chastises you. They care about you. I can take you right now to a place where a bunch of people didn't have nobody to care for them. And it's right
Yeah.
across the street, right here in El Reno.
You know, yeah.
Yeah. If y'all don't like that one, I'll take you to Oklahoma County.
Nope.
Third worst in the United States.
Yeah.
Take us to San Quentin.
Yeah. So y'all feel where I'm coming from?
Oklahoma's the third worst.
Oklahoma County's third worst in the United States.
United States, baby.
Fourth floor has mold and mildew on it, and you sleep on the floor. You're a big boy. You're a big boy. You'll probably sleep on the floor.
What happened?
Because when you first get there,
Oklahoma's the third
Everybody's
worst
scared.
prison in the United States.
There's a prison?
everybody's scared.
Oklahoma City.
When I went there and
Damn,
knew I wasn't staying, I was scared. I knew I wasn't even staying. They took me through the back where the police bring them in, and that big old thing goes. And there's one in front of you, and the one's locked behind you, and there's spaces from this wall to that wall. There's me, you, and you.
They scared. Look, Charles scared.
Y'all see what I'm saying? Jail ain't for me either. I'm telling you, jail is not for me. I am not a jail type of brother. I am not. But I have clients. I'm telling you, 75 to 80% of my business is repeat business. And they look just like I do. And just like he does. Just like he does. Just like he does. Jail is not discriminating. You can be black, white, Hispanic, Puerto Rican, Latino, Asian, whatever. Asian, yeah. It does not discriminate. So that's when I talk to you guys about your breakthroughs. You see what I'm saying? We all have conscious choices to make. And we make good choices and we make bad choices. Sometimes we get through them, sometimes we don't. But you guys have an asset, you have a platform. You have a platform. Don't be afraid to step up and have a platform. I am trying to go with my church on my first mission trip this summer. I've never been to Africa. I want to go on a mission trip. You know what I'm saying? I want to go. And people tell me how humbling it is. I want to go be humble. Because see, I've been broken before. And I'm not afraid to be broken again. Y'all got any questions for me while I'm here, while we're still here?
Any questions from Mr. Manuel?
I wish you guys luck wherever y'all going to play. Y'all go play hard, give them the business. Leave it all on the floor. Leave it all on the floor. Don't come off that floor with any regrets. No regrets, because when it's over, it's over until the next time. Leave it all out there. Go play hard. Go get sweaty. Love each other. Learn about each other. See, a lot of times we don't like people because we're afraid because we don't know about them. We don't know their journey. See where I'm coming from? If we know people's journeys, we might have a lot more respect for them. Right, Kansas? His journey may not be as good as everybody thinks it has been. Right, Dallas? Might not be what everybody thinks. Just because a person's got a nice car don't mean his journey's been good. Just because they wear Air Jordans and Huaraches don't mean his journey is good. He may have just got those to come to school. See, I'm a kid that grew up when we bought Chuck Taylors at Safeway. Had a little piece of plastic between them. That's what we played in. Then I had these white ponies. Y'all know what ponies are? Pony tennis shoes had a blue stripe on them. Canvas, pimp. That's what I played in. So the journey is not what all appearances appear to be. There's a struggle in every man's life. There's a struggle. Good, bad, or indifferent, there's a struggle. Yeah. Y'all see where I'm coming from? Well, let me let y'all go. Y'all, hey, you guys, I'm gonna tell you this. Jay Reed, pretty good dude. Pretty good dude. Average at best player. I know he done told y'all different. Pretty good dude. Steps out stepped out on a lot of faith to try to help a group of kids from 2 different continents, right? It takes a lot of faith to do that. So appreciate the opportunity. It's a wonderful game. I'm done, boss. I'm done.
Yes, sir.
If I have any questions, I can always come back, talk to Mr. Wayne. Yes, sir, I'm sorry.
What's your favorite scripture?
You know, it's a parable that everybody has and everybody's heard. You know what I'm saying? I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. Everybody has heard that. But it is so fundamental. It's so fundamental. It's one that, I mean, seriously. You can think of all other, I talked to you guys out of John, you can find a lot of different things, but when you really, really just get down to it, for me, I'm just a boy from Stillwater, Oklahoma. Struggled to get out of Stillwater. I'm the only kid from my only black kid from my graduating class that has not been incarcerated. The only one. Dr. Earl Mitchell at Oklahoma State, his son is Mike Mitchell, is my classmate. He's a doctor at Oklahoma State University, incarcerated for writing bad checks. Prison, not jail, prison. Ooh. And this game took me out of Stillwater. Y'all do any research on Stillwater right now. We just had a bondsman that just got away with murder. Have y'all seen that? White female shot a white male in the back on video. How many of y'all think you're gonna get away with something like that? It's on video in front of her 18-year-old son that was there illegally and had handcuffs. He should have been charged with attempted kidnapping because he's not a licensed bail enforcement officer. You see where I'm coming from? Happens every day. Nobody uses racism as an excuse or as a crutch. Nobody does. Nobody should. It's a reality in life. With our political atmosphere right now, it's tough out here. It's tough for all of us. Because we can all run into a bad black police officer who treats everybody bad, who's just having a bad day. But that scripture is the one that just carries us. But, you know, people, the old saying my dad used to tell us, when you go to bed at night, put your house shoes under the bed. Y'all know why they used to tell us? I never heard that? I never heard that. Huh? Listen,
We knew.
you take your shoes off at night. I know some of y'all got them $high shoes.
There.
You have a little $high, you know. Put your shoes under the bed. So when you get up in the morning, what do we got to do to get our shoes?
Pray.
You get on your knees.
Wow.
See, the hardest thing for men is this, is to be humbled. Right or wrong? How many can be humbled? When you out there playing ball, and somebody just putting on work, and you like, ref, he fouled it. I'm the type of person like, dog, he's just working you. That's what somebody, well, like, dog, he just put that work on. You got to do something different. You know what I'm saying? That's a humbling experience, right? So how many times have we got to be humbled before we take small life lessons? Before we recognize we got to do something a little bit different? See that experience right there, that visual right there? It's a whole new perspective in it. Pray. You start your day out on your knees. I ain't saying you got to pray, but if you start down there, it makes it easier to just stay here for just a couple of seconds.
Yes,
Just
sir.
thanking for the opportunity of waking up this morning. Some people never woke up this morning. Never woke up. Lied down, perfectly healthy, and never woke up. And their families have been grieving all day today, trying to wonder why. Questioning why. It's It's humbling. Y'all don't understand it until somebody you really, really care about is gone. Could be that uncle, right? That uncle that you care about. And when you didn't have anything, he gave you that quarter so you could go down the street. Or he bought you that 75-cent icy. Then he told that he's like, hey, don't tell your mama. Don't tell your mama that I bought you this ice. Or that little Jolly Rancher you wanted. Instead of taking it and sticking it in your pocket. Life lesson. Just stick it in your pocket, right? Okay? Stick it in your pocket. See, most people that steal, when they stick it in their pocket, they got money. You know what I'm saying? But they steal for an emotional thrill. That's where I'm coming from? We don't need this emotional thrill if we have some type of prayer in our life. I'm a simple guy. I'm ready to pick up my bread.
You look.
Hey, yo, look, you get out of here, boy.
You lucky some of them players right there.
Devin a snap. He like, what's that? Happy.
Did y'all see my cover, bro?
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Just a different perspective, man. Think about it. That uncle that just gets on you and gets on you and gets on you. And he's like, damn, what Uncle want for me? What Uncle June want for me? Y'all, I know y'all ain't got no Uncle June bugs like I do, okay? I got Uncle June bugs. He gonna outlive all of us.
Right.
He gonna outlive all of us. He been shot in the ass. He been shot in the leg. Selling fake gold in Dallas at the fairground. Running from man. He been from California to Dallas, I know, in jail. You can call my uncle, he'll end up on the beach. What's crazy about that statement I just made? You can call my uncle. He got a cell phone. He don't go without his cell phone. You see where I'm coming from? He always got a cell phone. Pays Cricket $30 bill every month. Because he might be stranded somewhere. He might need a ride. You can't ride with me. I'll send you somebody to get on the bus. But you cannot ride with me. You feel me? Because I ain't going to expose my kids to all that. All stinking and drunk and all that old crazy stuff. That's why I choose not to expose my children to that. Again, we've all got different life testimonies, right? We all got different testimonies. And just think about it. Put those shoes underneath the bed. Because the devil is going to throw some discomfort to you. The devil's going to throw some comfort also. Our Holy Spirit is going to throw some discomfort and some comfort. True test, true quality of a man is not the end result, but the road taken to get there.
Amen.
Marinate on that for a minute. Dallas. Okay?
What used to say again?
True quality of a man is not the end result, but the road traveled to get there. You know what I'm talking about?
That's a mic drop right there. That's one of them right there.
Y'all really understand what I'm talking about?
No.
Huh? You don't?
Help them understand. Help them understand.
Now listen to me. We're at a crossroads in life. We can all be at a crossroads. Okay? You're with your homeboys, riding in the car, riding in the truck,
Riding in the back of the
riding in
truck.
the back of the
True
truck.
story.
Riding in the back of the truck. Like, hey dog, what's your name? Drew and his boys over there, they've been fighting with us today. We're gonna roll up on them.
Oh,
Come and ride with us. All we want you to do is ride. All right, I'm down. I'm down. We don't get in the truck. We don't get inside the truck. We get in the back of the truck. Mr. Traywick's story. We get in the back of the truck.
True story.
Riding down the country road. We out here, El Reno. We're gonna roll up on Drew, man. We'll see what I'm talking about. Dude's inside the truck. Pull out a shotgun. You ride in the back of the truck. We ain't in the front with them. that truck, they done pulled out a shotgun.
You associated,
Huh?
you associated still, because you was there.
Stop right there.
Mm.
When the shotgun is pulled out, you ain't there yet. Ain't nobody fired a gun yet. We on the road. We in El Reno. We trying to get to Drew. Drew trying to talk to my girl. Pretty good. Trying to talk to my girl. You know, let Drew front. I know Drew with his boys. My man. I'm just riding for support, right? We ride or die. Cat inside, he the one that's upset. He done pulled out a shotgun. These is your homeboys from the neighborhood.
Mm-hmm.
What you gonna do?
I'm gonna jump right up the bar.
Talk to me, what you gonna do? Talk to me, foot.
Talk to him.
What you gonna do?
Yes, no, baby.
Now keep in mind, all your boys is riding in the truck with you.
They
All
gonna have to call me a pussy, cause all
your boys is riding with you now. Now you know, you got a decision to make. Right now.
It's hard for this nigga.
Right now.
You down to go get
Everybody
text
stop.
in jail.
Everybody stop. That's the crossroad.
Mm-hmm.
That's the crossroad. Y'all see where he's at?
It's confusion.
Because one choice can lead to another thing, another choice can lead to the next thing.
Because see, what this young fella don't know is if we get there, or we drive by, and this fool shoot in the air, boom, boom. And they say, man, them jokers are riding in a black Nissan Titan 4-door. Tag number is XJS012. When they roll down on you and 4 or 5, whatever your partners are, and you in the back. Now guess who's gonna draw some guns? The popo. They say call the popo. I ain't scared. I'm scared of popo.
Call that popo.
He's still thinking about it because when popo rolled over, he laying on the concrete. He laying on the ground.
Neck like this.
And listen, even better yet, somebody that took their knee and put in his hernia.
Oh, baby.
He already thinking about what he
You think about Slim?
So now, the crossroad,
man.
the road traveled, right? He took a road to stay with his boys. I'm ready to be my boy right here. You know, we ride. Give me some. Shit, I'm getting out the car.
Yeah, because as soon as the gun come in, you're associated with a criminal activity.
Mr. Travis,
Pull
happened
over.
to him.
Pull over.
Happened to him.
Pull over right now. We jumped out the back of the truck. We like 10 miles from home.
Check this out. Stop right there. Guess what his best friend is to this day?
Yeah.
No, his best friend that was riding in the back with him. We ride.
Yep. Rolling.
This is his best friend.
It's you.
No.
It's you. No, it's like mystery.
Let's say we best friends. We riding. Guess what I'm doing today as my profession? I done left Oklahoma, went to New York, grew up, came back. Guess what I do today to make my living and take care of my children?
You have the people that make the same mistakes that you make.
His best friend, a criminal attorney.
He's an attorney. To this day. Had a recruiting service. To look at players just like you guys. That's what he did for a living. He's an attorney. That's how he makes his living. That's how he takes care of his family. We make a different decision on that night. Both of our lives are different right now. I'm not sitting here. He's not doing what he's doing. I'm a repeat client of that man over there.
That shit ain't cool.
Straight up. Straight up. That's real talk.
That ain't cool.
At all. You have to be willing and able to make a choice, make a decision. Not think about it, not hesitate, not him and how. No. Pull over.
The road travel.
We got out and walked home. Straight up.
See, that's when they didn't have cell phones. You couldn't call nobody. You know what I'm saying?
No cell phones, no nothing.
See, Wayne 53. I'm 52.
Thank you.
He getting ready to be 54, ain't he?
Exactly. Yep. This month.
No cell phones, Pip. And remember that little, y'all don't know about them pages, but them pages.
I know that's
Exactly. Man, you hope the light works, right? So you can see it.